Usually only talk about that cool shit, but I'ma talk about the pain, like the stuff that made me the man I am today. Made me so crazy how I chased this dream. I might as well let you guys know a little bit. Today's that day. I got time today. 1-9 to the 9-4. That became my time. Two people met, was inclined to have a good time. Had no business being together, but then they fooled around. That's how I came alive. 94, that was my time. That's why I took my first breath. Now let me talk about the rest. And keep in mind, I got a different style. Alcoholism, prison and drug addiction. That's how I was invented. Listen, mom and dad never worked. And I ain't kidding, remember my dad locked up in the prison, so I stayed with my mama and she did her best to provide. But she got lonely, there was different guys all around the house. Look man, I ain't never cooked no dope or I ain't walked around with no fucking strap. I'm a product of environment where all my time was spent eating meals that came from government. Roaches in my cereal bowl, turn on the lights, then it's adios. Yeah, I'm a white dude, but me and my mom and sis, we was minority. Drugs and crime majority, that's how it was normally. And see, normally I don't even like to talk about these things, keep them far away. I keep them locked down in Pandora's box. I was probably only 7 years old, first time that I was picked up from the cops. You can ask Caitlin, dog. Yeah, they was chasing at they whips. I was throwing rocks, bad little kid, soaking up the shit that I would see. Didn't even have a dream, I was just caught up in a scene that set the tone for me. Man, eventually asked why my dad went to prison. Listen man, they said he raped my sister. The shit's demented, it's twisted, caught up in a web of lies. Seen the tears roll down her eyes, made me despise the man that made me. This shit was crazy. Grew up being told different stories, yeah, on both sides. People wonder why I barely trust. Caught up in a war made by my creators, so I had to shape my own fate. Fast forward 17 years old when I took my first hit of methamphetamine. Swear I'd never end up like them, it made a mess of me, only brought me misery. Yeah, opened up the windows to my soul and let it enter me. Yeah, I usually only talk about the cool shit, never about the pain. People who are highly creative often been through the worst. That's why it makes such a beautiful sound. I play it when nobody around. I never sold bags of weed cause I would smoke up everything. I tried that route, it only led to overconsumption. Shooting bullets in my brain and they was loaded with chemicals. Made me feel miserable. So much to remember that I could barely stay on topic. I should stop it but I won't. I'll jot these stories on these pages, record my voice, then go and play it for the people who relate. The ones that's walking in the rain every day. And I'll be honest, I never was a dealer, but I was raised by a few of them. I guess I wanted to be just like them, not knowing that it would ruin my life. At the time, when I was 22 years old, I found out that Presley was pregnant. We only knew each other for a couple months. She said that baby's mine. At the time, I was faded, so jaded, dog, freaking out all up on the interstate. Didn't know if I would make it. Fast forward in our apartment, she was about to pop, threatened to leave with Aiden because they're drinking drugs. She said if I wouldn't stop it, I couldn't be in his life. I didn't stop, I said of course baby I'll stop. Just stop and calm down. Fast forward, my baby was born. I reach out my hand, he grabs my finger. To this day I remember, born the first day of December. I'm a father, I'm a winner, the hard times are over. Fast forward to parents never loved, weren't prepared for all of the above. Didn't take me long before I was back on the shit. The pipe, the crystal, the pills, the thrills, the shady deals. I lost the one I gave life cause I couldn't get it right. Fast forward, now I'm 28 years old. I feel like shit when the beer gone. I can't let bygones be bygones. Went to rehab when I was 26 to get clean and start the healing from all the mess that I created. 2 whole years, maybe more, I've been graveyard shift, locked away in institution. I try to stay optimistic, gotta be grateful, I know, but sometimes I get hateful. I still be slipping, dog, I ain't never had no halo. So far from an angel, try to see it from my angle. I ain't blaming nobody but myself. I love both my parents. We all out here learning and going and growing, working with what we got and what we've had. I'll save some more for later. I'll put these thoughts on some paper, record them and play them when I'm going through this mayhem.